Hey guys, yeah, um, J79, it's finally the end of January, a little celebration like that here, and celebration with the Super Bowl, still a little snow on the ground, but anyway, we'll talk about some news, and probably some more of the Star Wars and like this, and first of all, to foremost, some Star Wars news, but we're going to talk about the Wii U. Nintendo has finally killed off the Wii U. Let me tell you, it was a failure. I mean, the Wii U was just... I really wanted the thing to succeed, but Nintendo has made so many mistakes in the Wii U. The advertising, the first, and it was botched from the launch. The thing is, the Wii U... Nintendo. I think what they need to... And the Switch is promising thus far, but I hope it doesn't end off like the thing of the Wii U, like this. But yeah, I mean, the good games for it were probably, the Zelda games, and just few and far between. I don't remember any decent third-party games on the system here. But I have to say that, the Switch, I have to say, yeah, I mean, the only good system this generation... Get it out. The only good thing about this generation is the 3DS. Here. It's really a shame that, Nintendo's really good at handhelds, and I believe that the only thing that is the Switch is... I think the Switch is going to be more of a handheld than a console. To me, it's because I'm out here, walking the trails, and I'll probably pull up my Switch to play Zelda on the go. But I think the Switch will be more of a handheld than a console. That's probably one of the most benefits of this one here. Yeah, I mean, the Switch is... at least I got my Switch. Yeah, I decided to get the Switch as a promise for this will be the last chance console of Nintendo's last chance console. They're saying that, yeah, but yeah, the Wii U, yeah, it was really disappointment. So I hope the Switch doesn't have this thing here. The Switch should, and you know what? I hope the Switch is successful because this is their last chance console. And, Nintendo, I mean, they're really making mistakes with the Switch already. The launch lineup was blah. And, I mean, this is the last, I mean, I hope this does well, because this is their Nintendo's last chance console. Alright, that's what I covered for Wii U. Now let's take more Star Wars talk, and, yeah, I mean, let's first of all, I'm just going to have to say this. I'm not a Star Wars fanboy. I like the Star Trek The Next Generation series. Yeah, I mean, Enterprise and the newer Star Treks, they suck. I mean, the Enterprise sucks. Maybe, hopefully, the next Star Trek thing would do better. Maybe Disney will probably buy out Star Trek and maybe launch Star Wars, and let's just have the Star Wars characters meet up with Star Trek, and yeah, it could be a little bumpy. They don't even know each other. Maybe Chewbacca may react react to say, "Oh, who is these characters?" and like this here. But anyway, let's bring it over here. But let's talk about Star Wars. One of the things about is Mark Hamill reacting towards the audience about Anakin Skywalker in Episode 1. Now, my thoughts about this is, well, the prequel trilogy is good. I mean, it's not as good as the, it's not as good, but it really does tie in with the storyline that brings it up in towards episode 4, which was the original episode that was brought back in 1977. Which, by the way, yeah, I mean, this is the 40th anniversary of the original Star Wars, which is actually May is probably when the original movies became the original 1977 Star Wars movie went in the theaters, and then it was a box office hit. Even George Lucas thought that, okay, this is our last film. Movies then stunk, and say it was the odds are against them, saying, look, this is going to be movies. And sure enough, it revived the movie industry again by episode 7. But let's go to Anakin. Let's go to the things and how my things here. I don't think that I don't think that they treat her that poorly or whatever it is. I just think that the kid's problems afterwards was unintentionally like that. But I believe, but the people have to understand. The kid made a choice to audition to Star Wars. I don't know, but you don't know if he's a Star Wars fan or not. But he may have been a Star Wars fan. So, I was just shocked to see the news that the kid, that Jake Lloyd, sped up the car, driving of his license, whatever. But on the other hand, I think Mark Hamilton needs to tone it down a little bit. She just needs to chill, all right? Mark Hamilton just needs to chill out. But on the other hand, yeah, there are haters out there who will bash the Star Wars crew, saying that, oh, they treat people badly. They treat people badly like this. How about you? How about these people? How about you? How about? How about you? I don't know what to say about this. Whatever it is over here, but yeah, my reaction is that I don't think his problems later on, like Star Wars ruined it, or I don't know what it is here, but I think they probably should have more privacy like this here. But on the other hand, I think Mark Hamill should just chill out a little bit. Defend it, but just don't be so bashing towards your things here. That's what my take is here. But on the other hand, yeah, those haters. There are Star Wars haters out there, on the other hand, there are Star Wars fanboys who will bash other things. Yeah, I despise those people. I'm not just Star Wars fans. I like Pirates of the Caribbean. I think Walt Disney, after episode 6 and stuff, should carry more into should focus more of their attention towards Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones. When was the last time? When did Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull was released? Yeah, we need to have a couple more of these. For have Indiana Jones recurs over here. But yeah, it's Mark Hamill for Star Wars things here. Lastly, my latest thoughts of Carrie Fisher on Star Wars of Leia. Yeah, I think a recast is probably the best bet as going forward. Well, for one thing, if you kill her off, for one thing, it's just going to be too much revamping of episode 8 to go bring it to episode 9. And 2, I think that it'll probably be revamping to a point where it's just going to take it'll just, like this. It'll just revamp it to a point where it's episode 9. It's just going to be like that. So I think recasting is necessary. There's a lot of other people have mentioned here. I mentioned Kelly Hunter. Other people have mentioned here, but there's plenty of, we just need some person similar height, 60s of age, and has like a voice that will be similar enough to Carrie Fisher's voice that will carry over episode 9. And yeah. Back in episode 6, yeah, I think, yeah, spoilers, but a lot of other people have already bought it and just watching it over here. But episode 6 is when they reveal that Luke and Leia were sisters and they have powers like this. And yeah, I think Luke and Leia is probably just too intertwined at the point to kill off Leia like this. And yeah. And also, there are some other internet posts that say, oh, Leia dies, Luke turns to the dark side. I think that's worse than killing off Leia. I mean, that's just, you know, people are going to be so upset about this. I mean, we have to say, the people, look, the fans are hurt from Carrie Fisher's loss just as much as the crew is. So, I'm sure that there will be helping. I'm sure that the fans will help you search for a perfect replacement of Carrie Fisher to finish off her storyline for episode 9. So yeah, this is what it might take some Carrie Fisher. And lastly, how about for the haters who think, oh yeah, you think of Jake Lloyd. Well, how about you criticize them for, you know, recasting R2-D2? Look, the technology's there. All right, look, Lucasfilm, the technology's there. I mean, you can make R2-D2 a complete robot. I mean, they can have the fixings inside here that could these people have the money, all right? They can make a real R2-D2 that can, you know, provide special effects like that here. And yeah, but as you recall, probably the last videos, I mean, Kenny Baker was replaced by Jimmy V, but why don't you just do that here? But C-3PO, yeah, that's more of a challenge here. What if Anthony Daniels passes away and they're gonna have to recast her for C-3PO? Good news is that there are humanoid robots that are becoming more and more flexible here in reality. So yeah, I mean, they could you know, try to make a real C-3PO, to make a humanoid robot that would make it real. They could synthesize Anthony Daniels' voice to make it a real thing. And I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people that made a real C-3PO that can translate languages once you speak into the humanoid robots. I mean, yeah, I mean, these technologies back in 1977, yeah, they were non-existent, but it's changed now. I mean, 40 years later, I mean, we have the technologies that we have today. So that's my intake on this weekend here. Latest Star Wars. So yeah, this is me, JD out. Happy February. Valentine's Day is coming up. And then March is coming out. That's my parents' worst month of the year. Which is March, but I don't think so. I mean, March is bright. I mean, daylight savings time begins. Yeah, you don't get all the snow, you don't get all the flowers, but I mean, at least the weather's warmer, and you're looking forward to the springs, ice cream stands opening up, and so yeah. Spring's just around the corner. Yeah. JD out. May the force be with all of us. Yeah.